What up? John in the middle here. Today I wanted to talk about artificial intelligences, or rather what artificial intelligence means for Black culture, in my opinion. And I think for Black culture, artificial intelligence means that there could be a chance that the way that our story is remembered in the distant future is dictated by not us. And I think that's unintentional. Like, I don't think there's any kind of malice in anything going on. Technology is technology. However, what I'm saying is, because we are not the pilots or included in the room of like pilots for artificial intelligence, simply because we don't own any companies like Tesla, for instance, as far as I know. And if I can be corrected, please. That's what posts like this are for. What are we prioritizing in terms of art, in terms of media, in terms of film, in terms of contribution to culture? What are we prioritizing? What are we interested in preserving so that future generations can see it? And not just see it to see that we did it. Not only that, but that's very important. See that we did it and its relevance, whatever it is, be it a dance play from Alvin Ailey, be it In the Heights from the dude that did Hamilton, be it Ramiri Bearden's work. What are we interested in preserving? And how do we, a people that still have so many things to deal with in real time, go about preserving those things? Because as it pertains to artificial intelligence, the people that are producing these machines, these structures, these systems don't look like us. And that's not their fault, but it is to say, are they conditioned to concern themselves with what we believe should be preserved? Like, if an AI is going to be teaching a kid's class, for instance, or if an AI is going to be managing a library, if the algorithms, if the systems are not considerate of Black culture that we deem preserve worthy, that we prioritize, a Kendrick Lamar, a Mary J. Blige, a Fannie Lou Hamer, a Jacob Lawrence, a Alan Locke, a Langston Hughes, a Zora Neale Hurston, a Queen Latifah, a 50 Cent, a Beyonce, a Oprah, a Jay-Z. If we're not setting the tone for that, we're not setting the standard for that, who is? And what's their criteria? And why haven't we had a conversation about it? The answer to that is no one's fault. However, the answer is because we're not organized and we're not prioritizing culture in a focused, intentional way. Zora Neale Hurston is important enough to include in this library's curriculum, in this library's collection. If these are decisions that robots are going to be making in the next 3 to 5 years, then the programmers, the people doing the this and the that and plugging shit in and building whatever the fuck, doing all the gesture shit, they need to comprehend, they need to understand respectfully that our culture isn't just sports or music, right? And that's not your fault if you think it is, but there's so much more that's important. And it's not just, just to say it just because it's important to say or because we want to hear it said, as much as listen, there are Black kids, there are kids of indigenous descent all over the world that have no example of a rock star writer that looks like them. There are millions of people of indigenous descent, particularly children, that know nothing about the examples of excellence that are readily available for them in the Harlem Renaissance, in West African culture, in soul music, in the blues, all of the methods of creation, of creativity, of culture that we